Guys, it's Shadow 179 here, and I'm gonna be Jellybean story time. So this is number one out of all the stories I could probably tell from my life, from my past or childhood. So let's begin from this. So let's begin story number one, which is called I Saw a Funnel Cloud. Okay, so in New York, it was like around May, and I was in 4th grade, okay? And then on the 22nd or 23rd, I believe it's 22nd, we were going to move. But my mom and stepdad, they had to clean up the house. So that's then me and my siblings, but this was before Quinn was born. Then me, Caitlin, Tristan, and Jaden, we all had to stay at Kitty's house, our babysitter in New York. We had to stay at Kitty's house for one day, and then the next day we would get in the car and head off. Right? So we just driving through town, and we would drive all day, stop for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then we'll still sleep in a hotel for one night, and then yeah. So then the next day came. So we were driving as usual. We stopped at a place to eat breakfast. Then at around 11, like 1 or 2, we would keep on driving. And then we just stopped for lunch, alright? So, when around 5 or 6, okay, this is what happened. So, basically, we were driving through this really horrible storm in some country, alright? So, we were driving through this horrible storm, and when it was just raining and lightning and didn't feel like much wind. It wasn't like really windy. Then I was sitting in the back seat. I was just looking back the window, like all wet and stuff. And then I take a turn. Then I point my head towards the left. I point my hand towards the left. Like I point my head, I look that way, I look this way. I look towards the other window. And then that's when I saw it. The thing was huge, man. I didn't hear anything about a tornado warning over the radio, but I saw the thing. Dude, the funnel cloud itself looked like huge. It was swirling and stuff. And I was like, oh, a funnel cloud. And then my mom and everyone looked at me saying, there's a funnel cloud. And then we kept on driving. Then the storm stopped eventually. Yeah, at 7. Yeah, it stopped at 7 o'clock. It stopped at 7 o'clock. Alright? So yeah, we kept on driving, and it was getting close to night, so we couldn't find any dinner places but McDonald's. So we drove over to McDonald's we drove over to a gas station. Then we headed over to McDonald's to get ourselves some food, and then we finished it off with a hotel. Then the next day, we were finally arrived. We drew so long through all this stuff, but it was crazy and stuff. But yeah, we made it. Okay, we made it Arizona, and that's where we went into our temporary house for like a few months. So yeah, we stayed there for a few months, like 2 or 3 months, and it was really small. So yeah, we basically stayed there for like 2 or 3 months. Then we got into our brand new house, the neighborhood. I actually liked the neighborhood because it looked so nice. I actually liked Arizona because it was just so warm and it wasn't really cold and stuff. And besides, you know how I hate snow? No snow. Like, no snow at all. It's barely even cold and it barely rains. So, Arizona is a nice place to live. Pretty much. And we stayed here there for like 2 years. And then we moved here. First, we stayed in a temporary house again for 2 months. But the place was loaded with insects. Okay? There were centipedes, ants, spiders, cockroaches, beetles, and not beetles, but like millipedes or something. But dude, it was nasty. These insects are living downstairs and stuff. And then when it was finally time to get out of the house, I thanked God right now. All right, I never want to go back there again. It's too nasty, and probably insects have taken it over by now. All right, and that's how we came here. And then, like a few days, a week, 2 weeks later, or like a few days later, our family met this other, Sean's family, and we were introduced. That's how me and Sean became best friends. So with Matthew and Nicholas and all my other friends. That's how we became best friends. So I was scooting over with Sean, who was having rollerblades, and we were just walking and stuff. And he was like, and then I was just playing Pokemon Go, and like, hey, you play Pokemon Go? Yeah. Like, do you? And he said, yeah, but only on my mom's phone. So yeah. That's how I saw Funnel Cloud and I moved here. So yeah, sorry the story time was like so short. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and good night. Later!